Hey YouTube, Awesome Writer here. This is going to be a review slash a look at the Sentai Robo toy history from 1979 to 2007. This was around the time of the 30th anniversary. As of this recording, we are currently in the 45th anniversary with Zenkaiger, and I recently did a review and a look at the 45th anniversary encyclopedia. And as a result, I wanted to go back and look at some sort of similar-esque books I have from previous years. Like I said, this is from more around the 30th anniversary, Bokenger and then Geki Ranger afterwards, so it only covers those Robos. But I know for a fact they've done updates of this book specifically. Like, I remember seeing one around Gokaiger and one around Zyuohger, and I'm hoping to pick at least one of those up at some point, and I'll cover it. But I figured this would give you an idea of what those books are like, and as you can tell by the name, it's just a history of the Robo. So you'll open it up, and it'll go over all of the robots, and like right here, this is a cool thing. You have all the pictures of the toy packages, which is just really neat for the history of it if you're a collector. This one definitely leans a little bit more toy collector-y, so that's a technical term. Try not to use that unless you're a toy scientist, but if you're just only interested in the in-show stuff and you don't care so much about the toys, you might not find this so interesting, but this has like all the toy packages and stuff. And of course, again, 45th anniversary time, this immediately reminds me of that when Stacy summons the mecha in the mecha fights, they come up in the toy boxes, which is a really cool detail. But that's just something neat for toy collectors like myself to sort of go back and look at, and it even has some of the special editions and stuff. And then you got kind of the index here. But so you can see what happens is they kind of have a sketch of it, and then it shows the toy and how it released. And so Batter Fever J is the deleted cooking Sentai they never used. Battle Fever J was actually the first one to use Mecha in the third season, or yeah, third series rather. But it kind of gives you a sketch of the individual Sentai mech, and then it shows you the toy version, so you can sort of see how that released, and it shows you the different modes and what it came with, and all that type of fun stuff. And especially, like, this is all the early history of the pre-Jew series, and then you get stuff like all the special playsets and stuff that released. But the pre-Jew Ranger series that, you know, we didn't get here, so if you're not familiar with them, it's kind of cool to look back and see them. And I've never been able to find a decently priced one from these series. There's not too many that I really want. I think Live Man would be the one because Live Man's my favorite kind of design-wise from a pre-G Rangers series. I did see, I think I still have it somewhere at my old house, but a bootleg of this at Big Lots once. So I might be able to do like a little mini review of that just for kind of the fun history of that. And so now we also get into some of the special editions, which are one of my favorite things. This is just the blue edition. It kind of looks the same, but like the black gold one, I have that one. I have the Bokenger one, which isn't on here, but I don't have these. But these are some of my favorite things to collect when I can find a decent price for them. I think they have another section of them here. But now we're getting closer to Jew Ranger. We got Jetman here. And now we're in familiar territory. You got your Jew Ranger. You got Die Ranger here. More Die Ranger, and then Kaku Ranger, and then there is the release of Muteki Shogun that actually has the accurate white arm, because if you don't remember, in the US, we only got one with the pink arm to correspond to that, which is weird now, because then in the future, Bandai would use, you know, all the Guy Rangers as marketing and kind of shove the female Rangers to the background. So I feel like if modern day Bandai, pre-Hasbro buying it, was doing it, they totally would have had the white arm there. It's just kind of weird at the time. Right, going into O Ranger and all that fun stuff. And Car Ranger, Mega Ranger, Ginga Man, and here's the special set of like the Galactabeast figures, which I don't think we got here in the US. Oh, and then here's like the time ship Robo that brought them to the future, and we didn't get this here, I don't think, either. I think we got some sort of weird playset, but I don't think we got the proper release here. And then we get some more special edition releases. This is the only other one I really have out of the like the classic ones, which is the Ultimate Daiboken set, but you can see some more of the special editions and stuff. Going into Gao Ranger. I don't think we got Ultimus here either. Or did we? Honestly, I don't remember. At least not in this form. Hurricaneger. Trying to show you some of the different formations you can do. We did not get this here in this form. We didn't get Revolver Mammoth either, if I remember right, or at least not this version. Again, I think we got a weird playset version. With this one, I think I reviewed this in a retro review, but this is the one they got. We did do our own Lightning Mode Megazord, but it was different. It was kind of a larger scale, and then we did a repaint for the Disney store, if I recall. Going into Abba Ranger, I think we did get a different repainted version of this that was kind of more traditional colors. We did not get a proper Brachio, if I remember right, either. I think there was like a Mega Bloks one. SPD. I think the only one we didn't get from here was no, we got the Buggy. I think they did the Buggy in a special set, like a Toys R Us set. Again, it's hard to remember sometimes. Here, one of the biggest things we didn't get was Will Kaiser's Mecha, which was very unfortunate, so you had to import that. And I always thought that as like, okay, they did want to market a villain Mecha, so why didn't they just release it like this? They could have marketed it as the Red Ranger's Mecha and included a bonus Korag figure. I would have almost rather had that than this one if they had to only have one slot, just because this was only in at one time. Now we're getting into Bokenger, and this is when we started not using the Sentai molds, and we had our own large ones, so most of these we didn't get. I think Dai Voyager was the only one we got, and then Geki Ranger, Jungle Fury was the hybrid, so we did get this, and we got Jungle Master in the deluxe forms, but then we also had like the transforming ones. And then you kind of have more of a look at the packaging and stuff, and then it actually does go over some of the Power Rangers history. So you can see what the boxes look like. You can see some of our unique releases, like when we modified Titanus for Space Ultra Zord, the special edition Gold Lost Galaxy there. There's the repainted Ninjor, some of the weird overdrive formations you can see there. That's the special edition painted one I was talking about. There it is for that one. And then some sort of special articulated releases since then. But obviously it ends right there because this only goes through Jungle Fury or slash Geki Ranger, which we are far past at this point in the timeline. Again, if I do get my hands on one of the updated ones, or if they do one for Zenkaiger Times, I'll definitely take a look at it. But I still thought you could get the general gist of these based on this, because basically the other ones will be just like this, except it will have post Geki Ranger content. And if you're someone that, like me, that loves kind of nerd books like this, and you're into mecha collecting and the designs, I can definitely recommend it. I really like this because it not only lets you see the design of the toy history, which is something I'm interested in, but as I mentioned throughout the review, it's something that you're going to like more if you're a collector, and if you're more about the mecha designs and you don't really care so much about the toy versions, then there might be other books for you. But if you're both a mecha fan and a mecha collector, I can definitely recommend checking some of these out for the future, especially the updated ones will actually give you more history. But that's about it for this one, guys. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications for my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.